They say your greatest enemy is the one who breaks you. But what if they're also the one who awakens you? Imagine a moment when someone's words cut deep, a betrayal, a humiliation, a wound so sharp it leaves no blood, but forever changes your way of seeing the world. You walk away angry, trembling, vowing never to forgive. Yet later, in the quiet after the storm, something inside you shifts. You begin to realize that pain has a strange intelligence. It teaches what comfort cannot. The Dalai Lama once said, "In the practice of tolerance, one's enemy is the best teacher, because the enemy reveals the truth you hide from yourself. They test your patience, your ego, your compassion. They drag your spirit into places your comfort never dared to go. In their reflection, you see the parts of you that still crave control, still cling to pride, still ache to be understood. And when you stop resisting that reflection, you begin to see that your enemy was never just outside you. They were the mirror you needed most. So what if the people we resent the most are the ones guiding us toward our own awakening? We live in a time when everyone talks about peace, yet few truly experience it. We post quotes about forgiveness, mindfulness, and compassion. But when someone offends us, online, at work, in our families, the old reflex returns. Defend, attack, escape. In the modern world, we are taught that to be strong means to win, to silence, to outshine. We are told to remove toxic people from our lives, as if every uncomfortable encounter is a threat to our well-being. But what if every person we call toxic is actually a messenger, carrying a lesson we refuse to hear? Scroll through social media for a few minutes, and you'll see 1,000 versions of the same story. Someone betrayed. Someone ghosted. Someone canceled. Everyone angry. Everyone hurt. Everyone right. We've built an age of emotional avoidance, a culture where discomfort is treated as danger. We build walls of silence, filters of positivity, circles of agreement. And yet, beneath that smooth surface, resentment grows, unspoken, unhealed. It's a strange paradox. The more we try to protect our peace, the less peaceful we become. The more we chase safe spaces, the smaller our inner world shrinks. We say we want love and understanding, but secretly, we only want the kind that never challenges us. But love that never challenges, never transforms. Peace that never gets tested, never deepens. The Dalai Lama's wisdom cuts against this entire modern illusion. He suggests that the people who disturb our calm are not obstacles, but opportunities, invitations to expand the heart. Because true compassion doesn't begin when life is easy, it begins when life is not. Think of how the heart muscle grows, not by comfort, but by resistance. Each beat strengthens through pressure. Likewise, our spiritual strength grows when we meet the very people who trigger our deepest wounds, and choose not to fight back. Yet, this is precisely what modern culture avoids. We meditate to escape emotion. We forgive only when it's convenient. We love only those who love us back. But if all you ever love are the ones who love you, what have you learned? Maybe the modern paradox is this: we keep searching for peace in soft places, while the real path to peace waits in the battlefield of human relationships. And the person you least want to meet might be the one holding the key to your liberation. So, Before we block, unfollow, or walk away from the next person who stirs our anger, maybe we should pause. Not to accept their cruelty, but to study what their presence reveals inside us. Because the Dalai Lama's teaching that one's enemy is one's greatest teacher is not an idea meant to sound beautiful. It's meant to feel uncomfortable, because it asks something radical: to see wisdom in conflict, to find compassion where instinct demands revenge, to look at the very person who caused you pain and bow inwardly in gratitude. This sounds almost impossible in a world built on blame. Yet that impossibility is exactly where transformation begins. Think for a moment about your most painful memory, the one that still lingers, that still tightens your chest when you recall it. Maybe it was betrayal, maybe rejection, maybe a cruel word from someone you once trusted. Whatever it was, that moment didn't just hurt. It shaped you. It forced you to grow edges, to build boundaries, to redefine who you are. Pain, if you look closely, is not random. It's a sculptor. It carves away illusion, layer by layer, until only what is true remains. When the Dalai Lama speaks of the enemy as teacher, he's pointing to this sacred process. The way adversity reveals our unhealed parts. Your enemy awakens the ego. They activate your inner chaos. They make visible what has long been hidden. They are, in that sense, the mirror of your unconscious self. If you watch your anger closely, you'll see that it never truly comes from them. It comes from the wound inside you that their behavior happens to touch. They are the trigger. The pain was already there. So in this light, your enemy becomes a mirror reflecting the lessons your soul has been avoiding. That is why the wisest teachers, from Buddha to Stoics to Taoist sages, all agree on one paradoxical truth. The obstacle is not in your way. The obstacle is the way. Imagine for a moment that every person who annoys you is a disguised mentor. The impatient driver who cuts you off, teaching you patience. The arrogant colleague, teaching you humility. The cold partner, teaching you the value of warmth. The person who betrayed your trust, teaching you the necessity of self-respect. Each one, unknowingly, shapes your soul's resilience. This isn't about tolerating injustice or excusing cruelty. It's about transcending reaction. It's about understanding that while you cannot control how others behave, you have full control over what you learn from it. The mind says, "They hurt me." The heart, when awakened, says, "They revealed my hurt." This is not weakness. This is mastery. To respond with awareness rather than instinct is the highest form of strength. There's a Tibetan word, lojong, meaning mind training. It's the practice of turning every life challenge into fuel for awakening. When you encounter your enemy, you practice transforming anger into compassion, pride into humility, judgment into understanding. This doesn't mean becoming passive. It means becoming conscious. It means seeing every difficult person as an opportunity to test the depth of your peace. Because what good is peace if it disappears the moment someone disagrees with you? What good is kindness if it only lives in easy company? True compassion begins where comfort ends, and true wisdom begins where blame stops. The Dalai Lama's life itself is proof of this. Exiled from Tibet, separated from his homeland, he could have easily grown bitter, angry, consumed by hatred toward those who caused his suffering. But instead, he turned that pain into a lifelong practice of understanding. He once said that without the Chinese occupation, he might never have become the teacher the world now knows him to be. That is the heart of this philosophy. What we perceive as tragedy can become the seed of transcendence, and those who seem like enemies can become the architects of our awakening. Let's bring this back to us, to daily life. When someone criticizes you unfairly, your instinct might be to defend. But what if you simply observe the reaction? What if you let the words land, feel the sting, and then ask, why does this hurt so much? What part of me is still seeking validation? That moment of awareness is alchemy. You've transformed attack into insight. Similarly, when you envy someone, a rival, a peer, a friend, pause and notice what that envy reveals. A longing for recognition, a hidden insecurity, an unlived potential. The enemy here isn't the other person. It's your own shadow, asking to be seen. Each time you resist reacting, you reclaim energy. Each time you choose to understand instead of judge, you grow freer. Forgiveness, in this view, is not a moral act. It's a spiritual technology. It untangles your heart from the web of resentment and returns you to inner sovereignty. And here lies the deeper insight. To forgive an enemy is not to say, what you did is okay. It's to say, I will no longer let your actions define who I am. This shift, from reaction to reflection, from victimhood to vision, is the essence of all spiritual maturity. It's the difference between being shaped by the world and shaping your inner world consciously. It's the realization that life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Your enemies, your heartbreaks, your losses, they are not detours on the path. They are the path itself. So perhaps, when life sends you another test, another harsh voice, another rejection, another disappointment, instead of asking, why me? Try whispering, teach me. Because every wound holds wisdom, every enemy carries a message, and every moment of pain, if faced with awareness, becomes a doorway to awakening. And in that quiet realization, you begin to see your enemy was never your enemy. They were your mirror, your lesson, your guide. So somewhere in that confrontation lies the doorway to wisdom. There's an old Tibetan story, quiet, simple, and sharp as dawn. Once, there was a young monk named Tenzin who dreamed of becoming enlightened. He was kind, disciplined, devoted. Every morning he woke before sunrise, meditated by the river, and prayed for compassion to fill his heart. The villagers admired him. He is pure, they said. He will reach enlightenment soon. But one day his teacher, an old lama with tired eyes, gave him an unexpected command. Go live with Dorje. Dorje was a bitter, angry man. He mocked the monks, cursed at strangers, and lived alone on the edge of the village. No one could stand him. Tenzin was shocked. Master, surely you jest. Dorje is cruel. He despises everyone. The old lama only smiled. Then he will be your greatest teacher. Chapter 7. Whittings with Tem. Michael is Walton to instance to the Tem. At first, the young monk tried to be patient. He brought Dorje food. Dorje threw it to the ground. He offered to clean Dorje's hut. Dorje shouted and slammed the door. Days became weeks. Tenzin's calm began to unravel. One night, after Dorje ridiculed him again, Tenzin snapped. He shouted, "You're hateful. You make it impossible to be kind." Then, trembling, he stormed away, humiliated by his own rage. He returned to his teacher, furious. "I tried. I meditated. I prayed. But that man is evil." The Lama listened in silence, then said softly, "So, you thought compassion meant being comfortable?" Those words landed like thunder in the boy's chest. He realized he had loved the idea of compassion, but not the reality of it. He could be kind to gentle people. He could be patient when life was peaceful. But faced with cruelty, his heart still closed like a fist. So he returned to Dorje's hut. This time he didn't bring food or prayers. He simply sat outside, day after day, without judgment, without expectation. When Dorje shouted, Tenzin listened. When Dorje mocked him, Tenzin breathed. When Dorje cried, and yes, one night Dorje did cry, Tenzin said nothing at all. Weeks passed. The shouting grew softer. Then one morning, Dorje left a bowl of tea on the doorstep. No words, just steam rising in the cold air. And in that fragile moment, something holy occurred. Not in Dorje, but in Tenzin. He realized compassion isn't about changing others. It's about transforming how you meet them. Years later, when the old Lama was dying, he called Tenzin to his bedside. "My son," he said, "did Dorje teach you well?" Tenzin smiled through tears. "He taught me everything. He showed me where my compassion ended and where it began again." The Lama nodded. "Then you understand. The enemy does not destroy the path. The enemy reveals it." This story is ancient, but its echo is timeless. Every life holds a Dorje, that one person who tests your peace, who refuses your kindness, who exposes your impatience. We pray for enlightenment, but the universe sends us people. We ask for serenity, and life sends us conflict. Because that is how the soul learns, not through comfort, but through contact. Sometimes, the person who wounds you is not blocking your growth. They are your growth. They are the friction that sharpens your stillness, the fire that tempers your patience, the stone that polishes your love. And maybe that's why the Dalai Lama, who has endured exile, loss, and betrayal, can still smile with such lightness. Because he sees what Tenzin saw. The enemy is not a curse, but a mirror that reflects the unfinished parts of ourselves. As the old story fades, we might ask ourselves, who is our Dorje? Who, right now, is life sending to test the depth of our compassion? And can we see them not as punishment, but as practice? Because somewhere between their cruelty and our resistance lies a secret. The moment we stop fighting what they awaken in us, we begin to awaken ourselves. There comes a point in every life when theory collapses, when no quote, no meditation, no mantra can protect you from the sting of another human being. It's that raw moment when the heart cracks open and all your spiritual practice is tested against the unbearable. Perhaps you've been there, betrayed by someone you trusted, shamed by someone you admired, misunderstood by someone you loved. You tell yourself to forgive. You repeat, let go, let go. But the truth is, letting go isn't a thought, it's a death. a small death of the story you keep repeating to yourself about how things should have been. And yet, if you stay present long enough, beneath that death, something quiet begins to move. Not forgiveness as a performance, not peace as a posture, but understanding, the kind that doesn't excuse, yet no longer condemns. You start to see that the person who hurt you was also hurting, that their cruelty was confusion, their anger was fear. You see their humanity, fractured, blind, desperate for the same love they couldn't give. And that seeing, that is compassion. It's not soft, it's not weak. It's the kind of strength that trembles as it holds the blade of pain without cutting back. The kind that says, "I will not let your darkness make me forget my light." There's a strange beauty in realizing that the people who break us often awaken us. They force us to face the edges of our patience, to see where our peace truly begins. Without them, we would remain untested, unpolished, unawake. The Dalai Lama calls this the fierce grace of the enemy. It's fierce because it burns through illusion. It's grace because it leaves wisdom in the ashes. When you look back at the hardest chapters of your life, can you see it now? The betrayals that taught you boundaries, the heartbreaks that taught you self-respect, the enemies that taught you empathy. Each one a disguised blessing, wearing the mask of pain. And as you see this, something in you softens, not toward them, but toward life itself. You begin to trust the intelligence behind even your suffering. You begin to see that every encounter, friend or foe, was life speaking your name in another form. So, maybe the next time someone wounds you, instead of rushing to close the heart, you can whisper, "Thank you for the lesson." Not because you deserve the pain, but because you deserve the freedom that follows. Because true peace isn't when no one can hurt you. True peace is when, even if they do, you remain whole. And in that moment, the paradox comes full circle. The enemy you once cursed becomes the hand that led you home. So, here we are, at the quiet end of a long storm. You've walked through anger, through reflection, through the sharp edges of the human heart. And maybe now something inside you has shifted. Not a grand awakening, but a subtle one. You see that life isn't asking you to like your enemies, nor to justify them. It's asking you to see them, to understand that behind every wound, there's a mirror, and behind every mirror, a lesson about who you truly are. The next time someone offends you, pause before you react. Breathe. Ask yourself, what are they showing me about myself? It might be pride. It might be fear. It might be an old, forgotten ache. Whatever it is, hold it gently, because that's where your real work begins. Forgiveness is not a single act. It's a daily practice of remembering your own light, of choosing not to let the shadows of others darken your path. And in doing so, you free both yourself and them, even if they never know it. So tonight, when the world feels heavy, sit in stillness and whisper, "May I learn even from those who hurt me." Because that simple wish is the seed of awakening. The enemy you resist today may become the teacher you thank tomorrow.